Good evening and welcome back to another one. Up the North Antrim coast again for a wee coastal trade somewhere, or trend somewhere. Never actually been before. It's very nice, it's handy. Those of you who have been here before will know exactly where it is. Tide's coming in. Might try my hand at a wee bit of fishing. Yeah, it was quite I tried actually a few spots earlier on. Went down to Murdoch Bay. Absolutely bunged out. Went to Plan B at my old haunt in Kinbane. I don't know. I suppose like me they're trying to steal the last of the summer. So I decided to come down here. Very quiet. Not a bad wee spot. There's blue skies earlier, but now it's starting to cloud up, and I can expect maybe a little bit of rain in the night. Don't think there's going to be much by way of wind, but yeah, it seems calm enough. There's a flock of seagulls. Don't know whether the camera will pick them up or not. But yeah, I'm going to get evening meal on. Absolutely famished, so I'll make a start at that. Yeah, nice wee spot. Hello. Just managed to get pitched there. Make sure I know where that wee bottle top is. Cheers. Oh yes, needed that. Shout out to Luke, out of work. Decent lad. He was telling me the other day that his better half, Gemma, hello Gemma, is interested in maybe doing a bit of wild camping. So between you and me, Gemma, what I think should happen, you and me go out on a trial basis, leave Luke behind. I have another tent, that's too small. I have a two-man tent. And don't worry, there's plenty of room in it for the two of us. And we'll take you out on the wild camp and see if you like it, just to give you a feel for it. I'm sure Luke would enjoy that. You know, all seriousness, it's nice. It's a nice thing to hear. It's a hobby, recreation, way of life, whatever way you want to describe it. But it certainly gets you out, gets you into nature. We're in a lovely location here tonight up the North Antrim coast. There's beautiful wee spots. The woods, deep forests, up mountains, you name it. And the idea basically is just to get away from people. The further I get away from people, the better. But I have the sea tonight to sing me a lullaby. Tried a few spots all down the coast. It was just, again, like me, I suppose people were stealing the end of the summer. And it was just too crowded. I just felt like being near people. So, excuse me, decided to venture on up a couple of spots. But of course that left me late for pitching. And I just managed to get camp set up before, oh excuse me, it's starting to get pretty dark now, quite fast, it's clouding over too. So possibly could expect maybe a few spits and spots during the night. Don't know if the winds are going to pick up, it's calm at the minute, the tide is coming in. I brought the fishing rod. We'll see how that goes. Double track. I don't think I'll go clambering over the rocks at night. Break my arse. But yeah, so just settling in now, and I'm going to put some dinner on, late dinner. I'm famished. What did I have this morning? I had a bowl of porridge this morning, 2 rounds of toast and coffee. and a boiled egg. And it's about, I suppose it's about 8, half 8 now. So I'll make myself something now, and then I'll just sit back and relax and watch the sea and listen to the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks as the tide comes in. Yeah, it's a lovely spot. A company of a few cows. Start being overly inquisitive in the night and start nibbling at the tent. Right, let's get some dinner on. Right, that's the Firebox lit. That's the Firebox XL. I've had a number of people asking me about it. I'll maybe do a wee quickie review on it at some stage, but they're a great wee piece of kit. And ordinarily when you're on a coastal forage you would get driftwood and process the driftwood, but I just brought a few wee sticks with me, as I sort of had surmised that I would be here later on. So set that burn down nicely there. Get our pan on. Make some oil. So our main meal tonight is, you guessed it, a nice shoulder of lamb. Pop a wee bit of oil in there. I want to save some for brekkie. Take too long to heat up. Very nice with the crackling of the sticks, crackling of the fire, and the sea lapping in behind us. Awesome. Where would you get it? So it's entirely up to yourself how comfortable you make a wild camp. You can go all out glamping like I do. I mean, I do travel heavy and not so good on the back, but I mean, I bring my tilly lamp, and that is a luxury item I always bring because it's just great. You just prime it up, fill it with oil, prime it up, and fill it with paraffin. It takes about 3/4 of a pint. That'll last right through to sunrise. You know, it's awesome. All you have to do is keep pressurising it every now and again when it starts to dim. But it gives a nice steady light, more or less just lights everywhere, very ambient, and a nice reassuring hiss. So yeah, I think I might indulge myself with a little wine. Sweet chunky. Let's see the medallions or steakettes or whatever you want to call them. Still remarkably calm, which is good. Not really fussed on the wind, so that everything's blown away, and I was surprised the smokestack not actually put into my eyes for pain. So Gemma, you've watched this far. This is what you can expect when you come out with Ben and I, and leaving Ruth behind. Is that alright with you, look? Good lad. Try and give these little puppets sort of a slow simmer. Just let that goes down a bit, take it off the pan. They're coming on. Oh, got a wee whiff of them. Sounds delicious. Lovely jubbly. Oh good, oh good. Smells absolutely delish. Right, we're nearly ready to serve up. Got a final little roast up. Oh, that's pretty good. I like it crispy on the outside. Three bitty corns looking nice. And the manga tout, or Mons two for the posh people. Mons tout too. Nice little heat coming up, fresh enough tonight up here on the coast. Breeze is picking up. I just had a message from Ben. Says it's pelting it down in Belfast, so I might be lucky to get dinner over here before it hits and get everything squared away. But so far so good. Oops. Right, I think we'll fish this out. The roar of those waves. Lovely jubbly. What about that, eh? Nice crispy manga tout. It's looking good to me. So I'll spare you as the slurping and slapping. But I'll finish this off with just putting a little bit of mint sauce. Grass. There we go. It's not a wee squirt. Oh dear. I managed to get it everywhere. Right, so I'm going to enjoy my evening meal of roast lamb, manga tout, little green beans and pancakes, and some cherry tomatoes, and I shall accompany that with my old favourite Johnny Red Roo by Yellowtail. And no, they don't sponsor me, and if you are watching Yellowtail, which I absolutely doubt, you can send me a couple of cases. Lovely jubbly. Jerry McVeigh posted a video about Ironmore off the coast of Donegal, and because of that, Jerry, that is now on my list, Ben and I's list to go to. Absolutely amazing looking place, beautiful. Ben and I tried to get to, I've been on Inishmore, that's the Aran Islands off the coast of Galway or Clare. We'd arrived down to go on the Doolin Ferry, and we arrived in November, and whatever the cut-off date was, it turned into the winter timetable, so we couldn't get across until the ferry, which would have been the next morning, which would through our plans for the road trip to Killarney out of sync, so we couldn't make it. Inishmore, I think, is the one with the Plassey, the wreck of the ship, the Plassey. That's the one you see on the opening scenes of all the Father Ted movies. There's a really wild camp near there. But yeah, so we're in Ironmore, the Iron Islands, Inishmore, Valentia Island and West Cork, and down to Killarney. That's our plans so far for this autumn-winter season. So we're looking forward to that. So look, if your better half is seriously thinking of getting into it, she's more than welcome to come out with Ben and I. Only joking, mate. She's more than welcome to come out, experience the outdoor, the wilds. Ben will feed her. She'll be looked after, and she'll get a wee feel of how it will be. You don't have to go buck daft and spend an absolute fortune on gear. I can recommend the Bango Banshee 200. Great wee tent. Get yourself a half decent wee sleeping mat. A good sleep. I mean, Army surplus, British Army surplus is hard to beat. A fraction of the high street prices. You can get an Arctic sleeping bag. This will do you down to temperatures of minus 30, minus 35 degrees centigrade, which you're never ever going to get here. You get that in the Arctic, funny enough, but no matter how cold it is, when you're tucked up in that bad boy, you'll not feel the cold at all. I have a great bag there. Czechoslovakian army, I'm not 100% sure, or the Swedish army. The Corinthian Defence 4. It's a very toasty bag. Can't even use it in the summer, it's so warm. But in the winter months, it's toasty. It's really good. But now a fella like me likes the comfort. That's why I use the hut tenting in the winter months. The one take a smoky hut, which is not a great tent for bad weather, high winds. Certainly for nice still frosty cold nights with the Outbacker stove in it. It's totally warm. Ben and I were in the mornings last year doing a bit of astrophotography, and it was a Baltic night, absolutely Baltic, taking photographs of nebula and stars and all that sort of good stuff. And teeth were chattering in our skulls till we got into the smoky hut. Wood burner roaring away. And you see when you were in, jacket was off, mid layer was off, trousers were off, and you were sitting there in your kicks and a t-shirt there, absolutely roast. And it's frosty and really, really Baltic outside. Great. That's the good thing about that wee Firebox stove. Great for cooking. But then when you finish cooking, just take off the grill plate and just stock it up, and you have a nice little fire. You can actually feel the heat from here. Feeling it fresh now. Sleeves have to come down. You can feel the heat from here. And the good thing about it is it doesn't scorch the ground, and it's very efficient at burning the wood or the twigs to put into it. This nice fine layer of ash in the ash pan on it. And it's just a matter of scattering the ashes. So yeah, it's really decent kit. They are a bit on the expensive side, I must say. That is about 90 quid for that wee box. And that's the XL. But I didn't buy it brand new, I got it second hand. I got it up a guy for 40 quid. Bargain, something new. The guy decided he would get into it. figured that actually when he had bought a lot of stuff that he didn't want to do at all, so managed to get that off. I do like a bargain. So Chris, this canoe trip you're planning, give me plenty of water, mate. And is the canoe that you have got yourself, does it, will it be able to accommodate some of the stuff that I bring if I'm glamping? I bring the smoking hut and the firebox, does it take a wee bit of weight? And I have canoed before. I canoed with a BB many years ago. It drowned actually doing that bloody estimate. Had to do that on the hull upside down. And last gasp of air. And when the swimming forward rescued me, turned me round. Not after swallowing a couple of gallons of Castlewell Lake, mind you. A bit of a quick ramble tonight, because I want to get up early in the morning and try a little bit of fishing. I have to try and catch something. So we have an early night. What time is it? Nearly midnight. Just sit and listen to the ambience. With the sea crashing in, singing me a lullaby. I'm just going to put the GoPro up, but yeah, it's all cloudy. Oh, full of clouds. Of course, the weather forecast did expect, or did forecast a little bit of rain in the early hours of the morning. But the Jack Wolfskin, bulletproof wee tent, 100% waterproof. So yeah, Ben, with work commitments, he is hopefully going to get a normal schedule in the next couple of weeks. So looking forward to get out with Ben and Juno again. And to be fair, looking forward to his cooking. So yes, Ben, counting down the days to get out again, mate. Yes, looking forward to those slap up meals back. Although I don't know how you're going to improve on Killarney. That was just awesome. If you want to see Ben's cooking, go back to a couple of videos back to a road trip we done to Killarney. And boys, if you want some cooking ideas, you need to watch that. Incredible feast that Ben did prepare. So right, before I start rambling too much, I'll bid you all good night. Stay safe, look after each other. Keep washing the hands, social distancing, all that good stuff, and God bless, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stoke the fire up there, and have another couple of glasses of wine, Kuksas of wine. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Quite a lot of rain in the night, but I'm happy to report that the Jack Wolfskin held up, bone dry. Slept like a baby last night until the rain got really heavy. I think it was about 4 a.m. It absolutely chucked down, very grey looking out there. Yeah, so I think, I'll turn around see if you can see me. Oh. I think, oh. I think, oh, very good. Splattered. Yes, all the rain is on the outside and I'm bringing it all in. Just give us a wee wipe there. Of course, the actual surprising thing about the Jack Wolfskin is the amount of room you get in it. I am almost stretched out fully, and yet my head would sit here. I have all this room up here, substantial room at the side for boots and bits and pieces, poncho there, just a sleeping bag around me there. How do we look out this morning? It's kind of miserable. It's raining now at the minute. It absolutely, if you can see that, absolutely chucked it down last night. Well, about 3, 4 in the morning. I mean, bone dry in here, absolutely bone dry. Great wee tent. For a one-man tent, it's plenty substantial for gear and for whatnot. I mean, you can see the water is just, or the rain is just running down in beads. It's dry in here. Condensation wise, no problem whatsoever, due to the way that you can see the skirt of the fly there. You get a nice fresh breeze coming in. I didn't even bother with the mosquito mesh. There's a mosquito mesh comes right round and closes you inside the mesh. I mean, I didn't even bother with that. There was no midges last night because of the breeze. But yeah, if you were in the woods, you certainly would have the mesh up. But yeah, I'm just waiting for a wee break in the weather here and get some breakfast on. I don't know where to go for the bacon, sausage, bacon and eggs. I don't know where I'll have the time between showers. I might just go for a boil in a bag. I might just go for a coffee and pack up, which is probably what I will do. But yeah, unfortunately I'm not able to get any nice B-roll of the coast because of the rain. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All good fun. But it's nice just sitting here listening to the sea and the rain on the tent. Let's have a wee look outside and see what it's doing. Because obviously it's magnified inside the tent. Oh. Try not to drip in. Yeah, still looks pretty miserable out there. Miserable. Oh, there's a lovely big heron just there. I don't know if I'll pick him up. See him sitting there. There he goes. Hey. So, I'll reassess the situation in about 10 minutes time. Yeah, so for a one-man tent, Jack Wolfskin Gossamer, can't beat it, highly recommend it. Bone dry, which is good. Double taped seams, the works. I think it's about 5,000 hydrostatic head on the fly, and I think it's something ridiculous on the bathtub. It's about 10,000 or thereabouts. Don't quote me exactly on that there, but I mean, it's been raining all night and bone dry. Right, I'll get back to you shortly. Just a wee quick look round the harbour at Dunseverick. Very lovely indeed. I'm in two minds whether or not to try my hand at a bit of fishing with the tide up here at the minute. It's rather a nice wee spot, alright, so it is.
Tide is well up. See what we got up here. Rather lovely indeed. It's a nice wee spot. You can see why there's quite a lot of people up here on good weather days, but that's why I like the bad weather days. Nobody about except yourself. I'm just wondering, the chance of catching a fish here, would it? That cannot be arsed. It's through the ritual humiliation of not catching anything again. There's a lot of buoys or buoys or whatever way you want to pronounce them in the water, ropes. You end up snagging those. Yeah, good wee spot. There's the rain off for 5 minutes. I can see another squall coming in. Right. Head off and get something to eat. Just thought I'd show you the location. The pitch actually is just on around the coast, a short distance. Not as far as I would have liked, but I was glad that it was close enough this morning in the rain. So yeah. Good wee spot. I'm not sure if that's a private house or is it a little anchorage. That's a private house. Awesome indeed to be living just right on the harbour with these beautiful views. Right. Had to strike camp there. I was looking at a couple of weather apps and it was only to get even worse, so it's been heavy and light. Took a chance and just packed away. Didn't have any chance to do breakfast. Just by nature of the wee wolfskin, there's no vegetable. Banshee I could have done breakfast, but just there's a lack of vegetable, and of course I didn't bring a tarp with me for it. So I think that's the rain and this weather system up here now for a while. I'm going to mosey on up the coast and get look for a cafe, see if I can get something to eat. Ulster fryer. Sounds good to me, a nice coffee. But yeah, just shows you when you bring the right gear, it's not even a problem. That wee wolfskin just absolutely bone dry the whole night, and it was quite heavy rain, about half four this morning. It just didn't stop. It went from sort of a light, intermittent, mizzly to sort of heavy, substantial raindrops, if you like. But yeah, still a good adventure. Quick one, nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't really get to do breakfast this morning on the camera. It's a bit of a pity. I like watching people cooking their breakfast and whatnot. But, yeah, I might just have a wee mosey up around the coast. Still very, very moody. If there's any wee breaks in the weather, I might do a bit of filming. But other than that, thanks for coming along. Look after yourselves, and certainly catch us on the next one. Take it easy.